Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to our poet Yahweh Shem Yoshai, Shem Kodash, Kal Halal Yahweh Shem Yoshai, Shem Kodash. That's in the ancient Hebrew, saying all praises to Yahweh, in the name Yahushai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name for the God of the Bible, who the world ignorantly called Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. The true name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give the honors unto our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And shalom to all the brothers and Modi who push this word in sincerity and in truth. To all that believe in this gospel. Shalom. Brother Isaac from Camp Jimis, Jamaica, and this lesson largely entitled Love Not Their Lives Unto the Death, which is from this precept in Revelation 12 and 11, is coming to the final hour at the time of Jacob's trouble and the hour of temptation. Now I'm even going down to that, where we're proving if we really hate this place. Remember I'm hearing Brother Yeshua being saying it, but just meditating upon it even more as we approach the time of Jacob's trouble, for our darkest hour, so to speak, our temptation, or will be lied upon, persecuted, hated of all men, as is written, for the name of Yahweh Shem Yoshai. Will be proven if we go on top out, right, and give in to the society, or will be those they call it those outcasts of society for Yahweh Shem Yoshai. And that's truly us hating this world and hating our very as you say, love not our lives here, we're willing to give up even our life for this minister's sake and for holding our integrity. This is Revelation 12 verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night, which referring to the so-called white man when he's cast down. Which is it says verse 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved, and it was said this testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy, pushing this doctrine, because right now everything we get strike off of YouTube and 1 and 2 family. 1 and 2 family member by here we are, but for the most part we're not persecuted for this ministry right now compared to what's coming, right? So Sira says where is I say I will push this testimony, but in the time to come this truth, teaching this truth, will basically become sedition. You'll be charged with sedition, and it's not going to be cool to put on a garment out there and cuss out the white man, or putting up videos, cussing out the society, so to speak, or condemning the society to the spirit and both Yahweh Shem Yoshai, speaking against homosexuals, speaking against adultery, speaking against idolatry, speaking against the wicked leaders of the society, is written in Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 8 and 9. So the prophets of old, they prophesy against great kingdoms, and kings, right, of pestilence, of destruction, coming and teaching the scriptures, teaching the Bible, right, will be persecuted for it very soon, right, which is a testimony of Yahushai. It says, and they loved not their lives unto the death, because the whole life will be on the line. Some brothers will basically put to death for this ministry, fulfilling Revelation 20 verse 4, and we don't know who going to play that lot. So we have to pray for the mind to endure all things regardless, right? Because the thing going on in this world right now, it pisses us off, or vex, with filthy conversation of the wicked. So we hate this place. But the time gonna come when it will be tested to see if we really, really hate this place. And that's when it's either Yehovah Shem Yoshai and possible lose our life, or forsaking, right? Yahweh Shem Yoshai, denying Yahweh Shem Yoshai, and with wisdom get destroyed. Because there's no wind sign in the east. The scripture says, when I go to let's get it real quick here. Second Ezra 16, verse 68, it says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle with things of foreign idols." So the main things they're going to push upon us as a people in the whole is the RFID chip, the MOTB, the mark of the beast. It says, "And they that consent unto them shall be adding derision and reproach and trodden under foot." Right? So those who basically consent unto this, who basically give up, throwing the towel, will be adding derision and trodden under foot. Because Esau might say, "Oh yeah, if I take this chip, I'm going to feed you," but knowing the devil is broken all his treaties. So there's no point, right, giving in. Verse 270, "For there shall be in every place and in next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." So there will be a great insurrection, a great rise up. When we're going to see, we won't be the worst things in Hitler, yo. Because scripture say, "Oh, we shall be hated of all men for his name's sake." No, in this flesh we can't really fathom that right now. But the time is going to come. We'll be persecuted, but in a high degree for this ministry. As written in that time, a lot of man said, "My Lord, the late is coming." Right, giving in. Right, saying that they never, like for example, Peter denied Yahushua, you see me, when there was like a test, right? And we look for, fear for deny Yahushua in the time to come, because can you imagine a mob come, you see me, with machete, gun, some torture method, and say, "Oh yeah, what you say? After the trip, oh, we are called the devil, the so-called white man, the devil." The flesh have a fear. Right, but we have to pray for the spirit, if you confess, yes, Esau, the so-called white man, is the devil. Yes, the society is wicked and the Most High going to destroy it. Right, and we're going to refuse the trip, Lord's willing. Right, we're going to definitely need, right, divine strength to endure. As Yahushua said, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Right? So we'll be put to the test to see, are we going to give up our life for this? As Paul said, "I'm willing to go to Jerusalem bound." None of these things moved him, and he was put to death. We're going to be put to that test as well, where our life will be on the line. Some of us will maybe have to suffer death for this ministry, but that's the ultimate test. We see if we really, really hate this place, and if we really love Yahweh Shem Yoshai. As Satan tell the Most High, all with a man give, feel life. So we'll be put to test to see what we are going to offer up, right, for save our little life, for save our skin. Verse 71 says, "They shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. They shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." Right, so concentration camp. So now go to the book of Revelation 3 and 10. Or actually 2 and 10 moment. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, so-called white race, shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried." So we're going to get locked up. See Peter get locked up, Paul and Silas get locked up. Those time will come. I've never been locked up before. But for this ministry, hey, that's a possibility. Maybe out there on the run, in the wild, so to speak, living off the grid. Now have a certain dwelling place. Right now, off the plantation or certain, me have a dwelling place. Right, can have money in my pocket, can go supermarket, buy food. Right, but the time will come when that will be a thing of the past. Guys, Scripture said what? No man shall buy and sell save ye that at the mark, which is the RFID chip, which by refusing that means it will be off the grid, not kind of form of transaction as we used to go supermarket, go shop, pay rent, pay mortgage, pay water bill, light bill, or internet bill, whatever it is. So we'll be tried, we'll be persecuted. It says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, which just referring to a number of time, right? We don't know how long we'll get locked up for. It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. It's all about being faithful unto death, yo. As is written, strive for truth unto death. Because that really tell what you truly believe in. Because if you're willing, when your life get put on the line, like for example, growing up, there was like a saying, if you get stick up, you say, man, a man wants to sodomize you, see, you want to choose death because you believe in being straight. But if you don't really believe or you waver, when you get stick up and you give in to that, then you never really truly believe. Right? So by truly believing in your Yahweh Shem Shai, we pray for the strength for you. Even if we're alive, we could lose for we believe, then so be it, because we truly believe. So there's no wavering. Right? As there's a saying, death before dishonor, God's willing. Got an idea, the most I will put the spirit upon us to endure. Alright, going back to 2 Ezra 16 verse 73, it says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, say the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your guide. God the Most High will keep you in those dark times that's coming. Words can express how scary it will be. Such as never since there was a nation, as is written. Right, but with every single point, right, will be tested. Right, see if we really hate this place. Right, when you won't get locked up and you're gonna lose a job, and you're gonna lose your kids, if you continue to preach about him and forget put to death. Do you really hate the society when you'll be locked away from the society, or be accepted of the society like Eleazar? He was put to the point of the test of holding his integrity, right, and stand forth as an example of us to us in this day, right, of standing for righteousness, right, or trick the crowd and go out and basically shame, save him life, as is written, save him, spare him life a little, right, and pretend like he might eat pork, but he chose to die with his integrity, right? Because what? As is written, he was one of them basically when him loved not his life unto the death. Next precept over here in that case, this is Luke 14 and verse 26. It's, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. When I look up the word hate, really go back to the word disregard. Right? So if the case be that, hey, let's say that because Esau been putting in his movies, then kidnap your family. Oh, we're going to put them to death. We're going to torture them. We're going to this them. Oh, we're going to take them away. If you don't take the chip. Or if you don't stop teach this truth. Or if you don't basically come out and teach these lies. Right? So we have to disregard the life of our family. We have to disregard our life. We'll go out there as Malcolm always saying, risking our life and freedom to do so. Because going out there go preach the word when I must come back. Right? But we have to have the mindset and know, say, hey, we're willing to give up our life just as we are. Scripture say what we're bought with a price. And I see it in like medieval movies, which gravitate to that for some reason. Because them show integrity, honor, and them thing there. Wherein like if a man like saved your life, you're indebted to him. Your life is indebted to that person that saved you. Yahushua did that, so we're indebted to him. We owe him our life. Right, so we're supposed to what? As it's written, we will present our bodies as living sacrifice, which is our reasonable service. Verse 27, and whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. Because what? That's our duty, meaning that we have to be hated, resented, right? As it's written, let me see if we can get it real quick. 1 Corinthians 4 verse 9, for I think that Yahweh had sent for us the apostles last, as it were appointed to death. So it was appointed to death. As they're saying, blood in, blood out. Right? There's no retiring of being a prophet. I think Apostle brought that out. You know, the scripture say, if any man will turn back or draw back, you know, he be still not fit. So this is unto death or deliverance. Right? It says, for I think that God had sent forth us the apostles last, as it were appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world, unto angels, unto men. We are fools for Yahushua's sake, but ye are wise in Yahushua. So God, or teach his truth, will get ridiculed. But nevertheless, the elect hear the word, you know, and they are sealed. I was once, you know, walking as a dead person, wondering out the way of understanding. And brothers back then in Portland was severely mocked, despised, hated. But them continue, may get to meet them, and here am I. Right? It says, we are fools for Yahushua's sake, but ye are wise in Yahushua. We are weak, but ye are honorable. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. Even unto this present, how about we both hunger and thirst, and are naked, and are buffeted, and have no certain dwelling place, and labor, working with our own hands, being reviled, we bless, being persecuted, we suffer it. Right? Because what? All things done for the elect's sake, teaching this truth, which is our reasonable service. This is mandatory. It says, being defamed, we entreat. Right? People speak ill against us. Tell us, oh, mad red devil. Right? Woman walk out, take out kids with a punch, child support, parents kick you out. Friends despise you, try to be on your back, resent you. It's written. They think it's strange to kind of follow them off the same lust and excess, speaking evil of you. These are all the crossway of a beer of a carry. Right? Becoming a hopeful elect, as it's written, put you on an elect, which is basically what? Being outcast, hated of this world, but loved of Yahweh Shemel, which is all that matters. It says we are made, says being defamed, we entreat, we are made as a filth of the world, and are the offscouring of all things unto this day. Right, so cast away, the reject, scum of the earth, despised. That's what we are. But the question is, will we, as a certain white trimmer store that way to seek love, will we trim our ways to seek the love of this people to spare life, or spare reputation, or will we basically be hated for speaking the truth as written? They hated him that rebuked it in the gate. Right? It's better and it's good, as I think Eliezer said. See me can get it, as I've been quoting it over and over. Let's see here. I'm going to read this story, huh? It's a very good story. Alright, this is 2nd Maccabees 6, let's start at 18. Let's read on quickly. It says, Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh, which up to the coming time they're going to force us to what? Take the chip, MOTB. But he, choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination, spit it forth and came of his own accord to the torment, can torture him, put him to death. And as it behooved them to come, that are resolute to stand out against such things, and as are not lawful for love of life to be tasted. So, and if you love of life, you see me as you're saying like enough love or money. Means you know do that thing, about. And if you love of life, you would money there and pork. Which Christians today say, oh, God, rise Peter, kill and eat, sanctify and bless, most are created. Bullshit, This man die. For the laws of Yahweh Shem Yoshai. It says, but they that had the charge of that wicked feast, for the whole acquaintance that they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make as if he did eat of the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king, that in so doing he might be delivered from death, and for the whole of friendship with them find favor. But he began to consider discreetly, and as became his age, and the excellency of his ancient years, and the honor of his grey head, whereon was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by Yahweh. Therefore he answered accordingly, and willed them straightways to send him to the grave. For it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being fourscore years old and 10, so it was 90, were now gone to a strange religion. It says, and so they, through mine hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer, should be deceived by me, and I get a stain to mine old age, and make it abominable. For though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead. Wherefore now, manfully changing this life, I will shew myself such as one as mine age required. And just to put it out there as well, there's not even basically when you so-called die, you transition, you just go to the heavens. It's not like you're going black out favor, no existence, no. You go to the heavens, honorable. Verse 28, and leave a notable example to such as be young to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy laws. And when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment. They that led him, changing the good will, they bear him a little before into hatred, because the foresaid speeches proceeded, as they thought, from a desperate mind. But when he was ready to die with stripes and beat him, he groaned and said, it is manifest unto the Lord that had the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endured sore pains in body by being beaten, but in soul I'm well content to suffer these things because I fear him. Right, scripture say what? Whether you fear him, fear not him that is able to kill the body, but fear him we're able to bring the body, kill the body and soul in hell, of a paraphrasing. Because in the day the man can only kill her once, but the Most High, he used to be feared. As even Yahushua said to Pilate, you're not a power bridging unless it was given unto you from above. That's the mindset we're supposed to have. It says, and thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a noble courage and a memorial of virtue, not only unto young men, but unto all his nation, which we read his account unto this day. Alright, so I'm going to close with this. Back to Luke 14, verse 33. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he had, he cannot be my disciple. Right? So if we're willing to forsake everything, even our very life, right, to gain ultimately salvation, to gain everything, is written, he that seek to save his life shall lose it, but he that loseth his life for my sake, the same shall find it. Right? Because what? 1 Thessalonians 4 verse 13 and down there, so the dead in Yahushua shall rise first. Alright? This is a glorious thing. This is written, precious in the sight of the Most High is the death of his saints. Right? What will be proven to see if we really, right, love not our life unto the death. Right? So with that, hope this lesson is edifying and exalting unto you, hopefully like out there. Giving all praise to our boy Yahweh, Shem Yoshai, Shem Kakadash, the mothers and to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the full. Shalom.